Okay, so right now I have a overlay on my nails that is probably like 4 weeks old. I don't feel like taking all of this off. A soak off takes forever, and I just don't have the time to do that right now. So I'm just going through right now and taking off all of this old gel polish, and then I'm gonna go through and thin these nails out as much as possible, because with extending the nails, you don't want the old acrylic to be too thick, because then it's gonna cause whatever you put over top, the acrylic that you put over top is gonna end up super thick. So we're just gonna thin these out as much as possible. Okay, so now that I've went through and took off the majority of like the bulkness of the old acrylic, I'm just going through and filing down the free edge in kind of a oval shape, so that when I go through and put on the tips, that it can just slide right on and fit perfectly. If I was to just apply the tip directly to the nail without thinning out the free edge, then the nail tip would sit higher than the natural nail bed that I've already smoothed out, and then I would have ridges. So that is the purpose of making that free edge a little bit thinner. As you can see, now that I'm applying the tips, they just fit in right into the grooves that I made. So now that we have a smooth surface to work with. Now I'm just going through and pushing my cuticles back, so that when I go through with my e-file, I'm not running over my cuticles and causing any damage to my nails. Now I'm just going through with my e-file and filing down where the plastic tip and the free edge meets, so that we have a consistently smooth surface to work with. So now I'm just going through and filing to make sure that my tips are coming directly straight from my natural nail beds, that they're not any wider. I want my side walls to literally come straight down and match the tips identically. So now I'm about to go through with my Meraki nails cuticle nippers. I always clip the cuticles after. The dead skin kind of acts like a barrier between the e-file and your cuticles. So I always make sure that I clip after, because more than likely if you go through with your e-file after you clip your cuticles, you will cause damage to the cuticle area. Before I add the pop out confetti acrylic, I'm using Breeze from the new Meraki Nails Vacay collection, just to define the smile line, because the pop out acrylic is clear base and I want my smile line to be very crisp and defined. Using a color based acrylic helps with that. Here I'm just going through with my carbide bit to define the edges of where the pop out acrylic is, so that when I go through with the colored acrylic, we have clean lines on each side. So for this tricolor ombre on the pinky, I'm using Breeze acrylic again, and also Purple Skies from the Vacay collection. For the third part of the ombre, I used Flamingo. And now I'm going to go through with just a clear cap to make sure that my ombre stays in place. So when it's time for me to foul and shape everything up, I don't affect the ombre that I created. I really can't explain what I was trying to do here on this nail. In my head, I was doing like this super cute diagonal ombre. But by the time that I applied the green to the nail and tried to blend it in with this blue, it did not turn out how I expected at all. Especially after I went in with the pink core acrylic and tried to fade that out into another type of ombre. It covered all the blue up, so you couldn't even see it. After the nails are filed down and smooth, I'm just taking my Meraki Nails dual nail art brush. There's a long side and a short side, and my white Meraki Nails gel nail art pods to create some clean lines, nothing too extravagant, just something to make the nails pop a little bit. I really didn't have any ideas for these nails. I was more so just freestyling. I really didn't have nothing in mind, so I was just going with whatever came up in my head at the moment. Okay, so I am going to try to make more videos like this with me actually explaining what I'm doing, so you guys can get more of a, I don't know, detailed explanation versus the little short tutorials that I do. But this is so stressful. It's literally the hardest thing ever is editing these videos and listening to the sound of my voice over and over is very, very, very cringy. But I hope you guys liked the video. Enjoy. This is the finished result. See what I mean? Just stressing me out. Bunch of mumbo jumbo. But thank y'all for watching. Please like and comment if y'all would like more content like this. Bye.